Chronic stress isn't just feeling busy. When stress goes on for weeks or years, it changes the brain's structure and function, especially a memory center called the hippocampus. Scientific explanation: repeated activation of the stress system raises circulating glucocorticoids, cortisol. High cortisol over long periods can shrink dendrites, reduce new neuron formation, and lower hippocampal volume, which hurts memory and emotional regulation. Other regions, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, also remodel under chronic stress, changing judgment and fear responses. Real-life examples: long-term caregivers, people with PTSD, and workers in continuously high-pressure jobs often show memory problems, sleep trouble, and sometimes smaller hippocampal volumes on MRI. These are consistent patterns found in human studies. Possible disadvantages: what goes wrong? Persistent forgetfulness, poor concentration, higher risk of depression or anxiety, and increased vulnerability to age-related cognitive decline are common. Downstream risks: benefits: when stress helps, short-term acute stress can sharpen attention and help performance. It's the chronic, unrelieved stress that's harmful. Think fight or flight vs. constant alarm. Preventive measures: regular aerobic exercise, good sleep, social support, stress management, CBT, mindfulness, and reducing ongoing stressors all protect the brain. Exercise in particular has been linked to increased hippocampal volume. Early treatment and rest can allow partial recovery. Recent research, large recent reviews and imaging studies 2021-2024 reinforce that chronic stress alters brain structure, but also show promising signs that lifestyle changes and targeted interventions can reverse some changes. Sleep isn't just rest time for the body. It's when the brain goes into repair mode. Without enough quality sleep, your brain can't remove waste, restore energy, or strengthen connections between neurons, slowly starving brain cells of what they need to thrive. Scientific explanation: during deep sleep, the brain's glymphatic system flushes out toxins like beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. Lack of sleep disrupts this cleansing process, allowing toxic buildup that can damage neurons. Poor sleep also reduces oxygen delivery and energy production in brain cells, making it harder for them to function and survive. Real-life examples: chronic shift workers, students pulling frequent all-nighters, or new parents often report brain fog, forgetfulness, and mood swings. Studies show that people who sleep less than 6 hours regularly perform worse on memory and reaction tests. Possible disadvantages: over time, poor sleep increases the risk of depression, anxiety, stroke, and neurodegenerative diseases. It can also speed up cognitive decline and shorten lifespan. Benefits: when sleep is good, quality sleep strengthens memory, boosts creativity, stabilizes mood, and improves decision making. It's also linked to better problem solving and emotional control. Preventive measures: maintain a consistent sleep schedule, keep your bedroom cool and dark, limit caffeine after midday, avoid screens before bed, and get regular exercise to improve sleep quality. Recent research studies from 2022-2024 confirm that even 1 week of sleep restriction changes brain connectivity and metabolism, but also show that recovery sleep can restore much of the lost function. Inflammation is part of the body's natural defense system, helping fight infections and heal injuries. But when inflammation in the brain becomes chronic, it turns from protector to destroyer, slowly damaging neurons and disrupting how your brain works. Scientific explanation: the brain's immune cells, called microglia, release chemical messengers, cytokines, during inflammation. Short term, this helps repair damage. But if microglia stay overactive due to infection, injury, toxins, or poor lifestyle, they produce too many inflammatory chemicals which harm neurons, reduce connections between them, synapses, and even cause cell death. Chronic neuroinflammation is linked to Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, and depression. Real-life examples: people with untreated autoimmune diseases, chronic viral infections, or long-term exposure to pollution often show symptoms like brain fog, memory problems, or slower thinking. Signs that inflammation may be affecting their brain. Possible disadvantages: long-term inflammation accelerates brain aging, increases the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, and can impair mood regulation, leading to depression or anxiety. Benefits: when inflammation is good, acute inflammation in the brain after injury or infection can protect neurons, clear debris, and stimulate repair. The problem starts when the on switch never turns off. Preventive measures: eat an anti-inflammatory diet rich in omega-3s, fruits, and vegetables, exercise regularly, avoid smoking and excessive alcohol, manage stress, and treat infections or chronic illnesses early. Recent research studies from 2023-2024 show that controlling systemic inflammation, even through lifestyle changes, can significantly lower brain inflammation markers and improve cognitive performance. A sedentary lifestyle, spending most of the day sitting with little physical activity, doesn't just weaken muscles and heart health. It also slowly drains your brain's strength, making it less sharp over time. Scientific explanation: physical movement increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the brain. Exercise also stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that helps neurons grow, repair, and form new connections. When you're inactive for long periods, blood circulation slows, BDNF levels drop, and parts of the brain linked to memory and learning, like the hippocampus, can shrink. Sedentary behavior is linked to reduced gray matter and weaker neural networks. Real-life examples: office workers who sit 8-10 hours a day without regular movement breaks often report brain fog, slower thinking, and lower productivity. Similarly, older adults who are mostly inactive tend to experience faster memory decline. Possible disadvantages: long-term inactivity increases the risk of dementia, depression, anxiety, poor concentration, and overall cognitive decline. Benefits: when activity is present, even light, regular activity, walking, stretching, or dancing, improves mood, boosts mental clarity, and strengthens memory. Exercise can also stimulate neurogenesis, new brain cell growth. Preventive measures: stand up and move every 30-60 minutes, walk daily, use stairs instead of elevators, try hobbies that involve movement, and incorporate aerobic or strength training several times a week. Recent research studies from 2022-2024 show that physically active people have larger brain volumes and better executive function, even in older age. Many harmful substances enter our bodies without us noticing through the air we breathe, the food we eat, or products we use daily. Over time, these toxins can quietly build up in the brain, slowly damaging neurons and affecting mental performance. Scientific explanation: the brain is protected by the blood-brain barrier, but some toxins such as heavy metals, lead, mercury, pesticides, and air pollutants can pass through. Once inside, they can trigger inflammation, disrupt chemical signaling, and interfere with energy production in neurons. This damage often develops slowly, making it hard to detect until cognitive problems appear. Real
Life examples: industrial workers exposed to solvents, people living in high-pollution cities, or those with high consumption of contaminated fish may experience memory loss, slower thinking, or mood changes over time. Lead exposure in childhood, for example, has been linked to lower IQ and behavioral problems in adulthood.
Possible disadvantages: long-term toxin buildup increases the risk of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression, and other neurological disorders.
Benefits: when exposure is low, minimizing toxin exposure allows the brain's natural repair systems to work more effectively, helping maintain sharpness and emotional stability.
Preventive measures: use air purifiers, wash fruits and vegetables, avoid smoking, limit consumption of Heim, mercury fish, choose non-toxic household products, and wear protective gear if working with chemicals. Recent research studies from 2023, 2024 link high air pollution levels to measurable brain shrinkage and show that reducing exposure can slow cognitive decline. To function, but not just any fuel. Without the right vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats, brain cells can't work efficiently, repair themselves, or communicate properly.
Over time, nutrient deficiencies can starve the mind, leading to slower thinking and memory problems.
Scientific explanation: the brain relies on nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids for building cell membranes, B vitamins for energy production and neurotransmitter synthesis, and antioxidants
Like vitamins C and E to protect neurons from damage. A lack of these essentials can disrupt chemical signaling, slow down brain metabolism, and increase vulnerability to oxidative stress.
Real life examples: people with low vitamin in B12 often experience brain fog, confusion, or even symptoms mimicking dementia.
Omega-3 deficiency is linked to mood swings, poor concentration, and higher depression risk. In children, iron deficiency can lead to develop mental delays and learning difficulties.
Possible disadvantages: chronic nutrient shortages can speed up cognitive decline, weaken mood regulation, and increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases.
Benefits: when nutrition is optimal, adequate nutrients support sharper memory, better mood, faster learning, and stronger protection against aging, related brain changes.
Preventive measures: eat a balanced diet rich in whole foods, fatty fish, nuts, leafy greens, berries, eggs, and legumes.
Consider supplements if recommended by a doctor, especially for nutrients like B12, D, and omega-3.
Recent research studies from 2022, 2024 show that targeted supplementation in deficient individuals can improve attention, processing speed, and memory within months.